Hello. So, come relax with me for a minute, or two, or 60. Because it is every day, seconds, moments. And it is when it seems like, hold on, I gotta come out of my stream of thoughts to come spend a minute with you, with me. Inner resilience is your natural state. It's not something that you work up to. It's not something that you bring upon yourself with when you only do this and that, when you only meditate or you're on vacation. We are bringing that state with us at all times. We are walking in that state at all times. The state of knowing ourselves in our basics as an expression of a higher unseen aspect of us, all originating from one source. There's no two of the same expression. So the uniqueness of our expressions are the very colors, and our experiences are the stories woven on the tapestry of the one source experiencing itself. And however that structure comes to you, whatever visualization or sensory or even auditory perception that you have about it is yours. I am here to open up that channel and enhance the path of perception. Or you can look at it this way. My resonance is the tuning fork. When you come into this field, my field, in this mastermind, your body, your vibration, your song is coming into attunement of this present space held here. There is room. There's expanded space. The mastermind is co-creating as it is being co-created. So this is where we are. Okay, let's get to it. Why are we here? To bring ourselves in the full acceptance of what is, to flow in the now. To be in a space where you can observe what is unfolding, any thoughts, feelings, emotions, constrictions, attachments you have about it, judgments. Did I say judgments? I know that I am doing things here, like eating, licking my finger, that might kick up a judgment for you. This space is here for you to see that. See, as my true expression, I am an initiator, a disruptor, many other things. And the way this course is being created, it is a first time experience for me and for you, just like this. I'm not bringing any expectations of what it should be based on my past offerings. I am allowing the flow, and these, what a judgment may label as distractions, unnecessary information. This is very much part of what is. And as such, you also see that there is the resonance of observation, and underneath that, a strength, a deep knowing, a rootedness that this is how my purpose is being expressed in its full allowance for full truth, full expression. This is where we're coming. This is the place, the space, where you create your life. It's not later, it's not tomorrow, it's not at 10 o'clock. It's now. So bring yourself into this now, whatever it is, wherever you are. And take a deep breath. And take a deep breath into your hips. Feel both hip bones, if you can make your hands free. Your sit bones. Take a deep breath into your sit bones and become aware of that pulling sensation that's pulling you to the core of Mother Earth. You are being supported and pulled to the core of Mother Earth, you, my friend, at all times. And becoming aware of it, what it avails you is that expansiveness of freedom that starts to come through, that knowing that you are supported, that you are held. And when you rest in that sense of safety, well, that's just one of the places where we're going. Go ahead, hang out. Homemade apricot jam. No extra sugar added. On homemade bread. Held in the songs, the sounds, the melody of nature. And as recently learning about my human design, interesting that it came to me, how it slowly started to come to me a few weeks ago. Well, I was introduced to it a year ago, but that's how long it took for my system to accept it. And once I did, so many things are shifting within me. Not because I learned new information about myself and human design, but it was put into words, and into this patterned way of human beings, and mine is one of them, that typical things happen, typical expressions happen, and it was all confirmed. So knowing that, then I was able to look at, okay, where else am I leaking energy? Where else can I turn my defined uh, expression into my strength? So for me, it was standing in my truth. And those of you who've been following my work, you know I've been doing that. And it's really that stabilizing that undercurrent, the embodiment, full embodiment from my toes all the way through my whole body, my muscles, my bones, my cells, my energy centers, all the way to the top of my head and beyond, in the sphere that I am holding the truth that runs through me, the knowing that it runs through me, the trusting that, and that I am supported. And as such, I don't doubt any of the actions. So let's make space here for you to come into this, because it just came in that, yes, this the mental chatter is strong at this. Notice what's happening in this space. Notice whether you went through a wave of distractions or you stayed here, whether your mind chattered. Perhaps you stayed in your peace. Some of you have done that too. Wonderful. It's all wonderful. It does not matter where you are. And the point here is the knowing that there is a availability of a perception, an awareness, where you fully allow your truth to go through. And when anything gets in the way of it, you can just simply hold. Take a deep breath into your body. Take as many breaths as you like. With each one, becoming more aware of your heartbeat, of your spine, your whole body from toes to top of your head. Okay, that truth in your center, in your solar plexus, that unwavering, undiluted, unrestricted. For a lot of you, it is your throat chakra, yes. We've been conditioned to be good girls, good boys, not to say mean things, not to show anger, Not to this, not to that, not to, don't talk now, don't. Our words, our is not just our creative power, but it's what builds. It what builds the structures, our informational structures, right? We express it through words. I am expressing it through words. It comes through me, through this sound, the resonance in the sound. It evokes a recognition in you, a remembrance. Your body takes it in, it adds to it, it strengthens it. Yes, I agree with this. No, I don't agree with it. When you don't agree with it, it is highly irritating. And you stand in front of it. Because ultimately you realize, hey, this is not me. This irritation, I was just fine a second ago. Nothing changed. This is information coming to you through light, through a sound. So when you agree with the information, when it strikes that tone of truth in you, you add to it. You speak it out to others. They speak it yet to others. A community is starting, and these words into their understanding is built into the belief structure of how that community is being and acting. The information is being grounded as matter is being created, as tangible manifestations happen, as you can see it in your financial life, in your relationship shifts, in your health. So, our very creative power has been communicated to us to be toned down, muted, changed. Let's kick up all that. How about that? Just as if when you're kicking into a pool of a whole bunch of balls and you just disrupt it. Into your system, in your solar plexus. Notice what that feels like. As if a little self of you goes down in there and kicks up all that. Just simply also creating space. Take a deep breath. To start seeing them fly up in the air. And you can just, like, when you take a little gun, like, poke the balloons. You can poke a hole in it. Realize that those are not true. I've done thousands of those. Every step, every release, every death of your imagined identity brings you more into closeness, intimacy, strength, flexibility with the light of your true self. You can spend more and more time in it. And with time, this is where your system stays. And when you bring in or hold your truth, and as the information comes through, you are in time. That's an important one. You're in time acting, co-creating. And you realize that your whole life is there to flow like that, by your choice. And at times when you get tired and it feels like, your resonance is gonna drop, you're hungry, you're tired, you can't pay attention to the now, you're falling off into the thoughts, or just kind of like no thoughts but also not really present. You can re-energize yourself in a second by imagining, by perceiving. Go get your central channel. By now, we all know that central channel that goes through from the top of your head down to your root area. It does not matter what direction you want to pay attention to it. You are being pulled downwards from the core of Mother Earth, and you are also being pulled upwards into the vacuum of the universe, or into the ultimately into the vacuum of the universe. Your design is perfectly calculated for you to be able to stand and walk on this planet. You are connected to everything that is. You're not just floating around. So when you become aware of that, and then you touch into your purpose in your solar plexus, you can just ask, am I living my purpose? How does it feel to be in alignment with my purpose? That inquiry itself is like nudges those energies, or more like it gives you a gateway, like here it is. And when that springs forth, you realize that you are living your purpose when you are acting in alignment with your truth. That gives you a boost of energy immediately. Okay. So for now, this transmission is ending, or more like it is transitioning into me spending time with myself now, and then shortly after that, going on the road. These transmissions, they have changed over time as I am sitting deeper in my truth. There's a lot more information that comes through. The style of the delivery has changed, has calmed. I don't feel that I have to come on a very specific time and be good. and just allowing that when the information comes, it's perfect. The only thing that I need to record is the words. Whether I record a picture, no. I record a picture because I was guided to record a picture. See, even down to the details, every bit of details. Yes, I was guided to record this with picture. Otherwise, you wouldn't see me eating. Otherwise, those thoughts, feelings that came up in you as I was eating wouldn't have served their purpose. So, my friends, thank you. Thank you for your participation in your mastermind, in this mastermind. This is such a nurturing, nutritious, excited mastermind. I love you all, and I will see you at the next transmission. Mwah.